Hi, today we're going to be talking about how to ballast Easy Track. Easy Track's a good option for people who don't want to put the effort into like a harder track, laying down that cork bed and making their own track. I personally use Easy Track because I'm active duty military and I'll move a lot, so I don't want to have to go through all that effort out on my layout. So I haven't seen any real instructional videos on how to ballast Easy Track, and somebody requested one, so I'm going to show you today. The only things you need are Easy Track itself, some Woodland Scenics glue, it's actually Scenic glue, multi-use adhesive, and then of course your ballast and any sort of brush. And what we're going to do, there's two different ways you can do this. There's a fast way, and then there's a more effective and detailed way that makes your layout turn out better. On one side of the Easy Track I will show you the fast way. One side of Easy Track I'll show you the more detailed way, which all it breaks down to is glue and how fast and how detailed you're going to apply the glue. Ideally you're going to want all your railroad ties showing, but the fast way sometimes is not so effective for that. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the fast way. You're going to take your glue, put some pressure up on the Easy Track, and just dabble it along all the way across. Then you're going to take your brush and spread it out. See, the fast way, you're going to see some of this glue come across the bottom sides of your railroad ties. When you have a lot of track to work with, you might want to use the fast way if you're not too worried about detail. I use the fast way on my entire track. So that's the glue. You're going to sprinkle it on. Now I personally do it on my layout because I leave the ballast light. I leave it to where it's actually going to go ahead and sit on top. I don't actually spray glue it down like some people do. Now you can see a little ridge where the Easy Track is. You can take a brush or any edge and push until that ridge is gone. Now you would preferably do it from this angle. That way you don't have like too much of a spread of ballast, but it is gradually working its way down and that ridge isn't exposed. Now one thing that's not a benefit to this is since it's loose gravel, it's going to shift and you'll have to go back and push it up. But I keep loose gravel because I don't want to damage my grass layout, the bottom of it. So the more detailed way I'm going to do on the other side, which you won't be able to see so well, but basically you run it very slowly across. Trying to keep those railroad ties exposed. Still, it's kind of a fast way I'm doing it because of time constraints on this video. However, the key is to keep those railroad ties exposed. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this on now on this side, which is the way you should always face towards the area you're painting with the glue to make a thinner, more straight line of ballast. And now you see all the railroad ties are exposed. As on this side you have some that are covered up and now adhesed with glue. Now you have another option. Like I said, I keep mine with loose gravel. You actually have two other options. One is you can make a glue mixture, which you can find on any Yahoo search, and spray down the ballast like it is. You might want to cover your track with tape, and that will make the ballast hard and it won't go anywhere. But I don't do that. I leave my ballast loose. But there's also a third option. You can take this railroad Easy Track and lift it up away from the ballast, and you have something that looks like this. So basically the ballast is sprinkled over most of the track, but there are some areas missing. Now another thing you're going to want to do is sprinkle some in the middle of the ties. And a goal there is to make sure the ties are exposed in the middle as well. So you could take a brush or your finger, run it down to where all the railroad ties are exposed, making it look more realistic. But once again, you could also, like I said, you could do it this way, and then there's not all that loose ballast, or having to do all the spraying to where it's all covered. One disadvantage of this is the glue peels off, exposing the original Easy Track. Now I use medium gray ballast mix by Woodland Scenics. That's a good base for this gray Easy Track. I've also seen the black Easy Track. You can get darker or lighter ballasts, but I prefer this gray mix. It's still a little lighter than normal. You know, your average railroad is a lot darker ballast because of all the oil and stuff that it's exposed to, but this does the trick for somebody that's on the move like me. Well, anyway, thanks for watching this video on how to ballast Easy Track. I hope this helped you guys out, and have a good day.